Hello everyone and welcome back to I Hope to God I'm Wrong. My name is Dr. Link, the trained up professional. This is Repeat, and I really hope no one fucks with Sissel's sculpture, but I really think someone's going to because they left the fuck alone. They got you warned about sabotage, goddammit. No! This cool, quiet air of the courtyard was welcome relief from the stuffy crowd. Sissel was visibly relaxed. The brutal chatter of the other contestants were definitely absent from here. Despite the relief, Sissel's ears were still twitched with nervous energy. Those little shits sure love to run their mouths. Why, I ought to give them a little piece of my mind. Relax, Sissel, relax. The contest starts in 10 minutes and my whole future is on the line. We can't just hang out here for no reason. Relax. Remember to relax. Oh, this again. You're letting those idiots get to you. You won't perform well if you're just focused on the bullshit they're saying. Well, they need to shut their mouths and... I stepped up close to Sissel until our faces were almost touching. My palms held his face so we stared straight into each other's eyes. Relax! Yes, those contestants are full of hot air. Yes, you've got everything to lose in this contest. Yes, I know that you're nervous. But the moment you get angry, you lose. You let them win. So it's best that you focus on your next task with your utmost concentration. Don't even think of the other contestants or whatever bullshit they said. Just relax and focus. Whether you win or lose, at least you know you tried your best with no one else able to bring you down. Sissel stared back at me and closed his eyes. With a deep breath, he nodded. All right, I got it. Focus. I can do that. You ready? Sissel laughed and leaned forward. Our noses and foreheads touched as he pulled me into a nervous hug. Well, now I am. Come on, John. Let's win this thing. Oh, God. I'm gonna fucking... Sissel and I re-entered the ballroom with a new air of confidence. All the other contestants were already at their tables, writing their contest entries. Another 5 minutes before it begins. Sissel returned to me with a nervous grin. I'm nervous too, goddammit! You left your thing alone! Alright, I think I'm ready. I gave him a friendly punch to the shoulder. Give him hell, Sissel. I'll be cheering you on in the audience. I'll do my best. What the fuck? A violet figure suddenly rocketed out of the crowd and tackled Sissel in a brutal hug. Good to see you, sis. Wow, we made it just in time. What? Teach? Yo, I couldn't just release my favorite pupil into his biggest contest without coming to cheer him on. Favorite? I'm your only pupil. Doesn't matter. I'm still super proud of you. I feel like we had this whole you're my favorite, you're the only thing with Herschel. So I mean, just saying. Oh, I dragged everyone else along with me too. Jenny grinned and waved enthusiastically over to the crowd's heads. Yeah, we're coming. There better be some contest ass kicking or I'll be very disappointed. You all came? Of course. Today's your big moment, isn't it? Best of luck, Sissel. Sissel's face split into a wide grin as he pulled everyone into a big group hug. Check on your shit! Someone fucked with it, I almost guarantee it. Oh no! You're all the best. I know. The other contestants... Is this a remix of Animal Crossing music? It is! This is a remix of Animal Crossing music! God damn it! Why am I always recognizing this damn music? Shirokoi! You better get some better fucking music! I mean, it's great music. But I recognized that shit as soon as I started listening to it. God damn, dude! Thought you could catch not using fucking... The other contestants in the room sniggled pretentiously at our little ragtag group in the distance. And let the little homeless Benny brought his friends along. He probably feeling a lot them to get this far. Sissel's brow knitted into a frown as he scoffed at their gossip. I placed a warm hand on his shoulder. Dude, focus. Yeah, no. Ginny, on the other hand, had an entirely different method to deal with them. Hey! Fuck you! Her voice boomed throughout the ballroom and silenced every person who dared to speak. Ginny jabbed an accusing finger at the crowd of contestants and snarled. Say another piece of bullshit and I'll come over there and personally smash that snooty nose of yours. No, think I won't. I can't even get in trouble since I don't even go to school here. Everyone's jaws were hanging open as Ginny glared at them with enough venom to kill. Most of the contestants busied themselves with fixing their hair and working on their entries, anything to avoid Ginny's gaze. I jumped as someone suddenly cleared their throat behind me. Ginny? Oh, hey, Gran. Nice to see you again. I see you've snuck out again, and somehow managed to trespass the GODDAMIT campus and shout profanity at our honored guests. Aw, it ain't trespassing if it's Visitors' Day. She's got a point, you know. We kind of invited her on campus, so, she's kinda a guest, too. Mrs. Corley sighed tiredly and rubbed her temples. As a member of the GODDAMIT Academy faculty, I will have to ask you to leave. Philip, Owen, will you be so kind as to escort Ginny back to back to her room? Hospital, Geez, Gran, I can walk back on my own. But you won't. That's fair. Come on, guys, let's go. Aww. The trio reluctantly left the ballroom, but not before Ginny shot one last poisonous glare at the contestants. Right as they walked out the door, Ginny grinned and gave Sissel an encouraging double thumbs up. Miss Curley shook her head in exasperation, but then I caught her hiding a smile and mouthing, "Best granddaughter ever." Aww. What a weird family. Meanwhile, Sissel's jaw was just hanging open in shock. I knew Teach was supportive, but wow. Looks like she did all the shouting for you. Sure enough, all gossip and whispers had stopped among the contestants. Everyone was blissfully quiet as they prepared to display their contest entries. I'll make sure Teach's shouting and doesn't go to waste. Sissel glanced at the clock with a nervous grin. Well, the contest is about to start. Time to start unboxing. Might as well go home. Oh God, please let nothing have happened to it. There's something in the water. Maybe someone dumped up a bunch of fucking hot water on this shit and it melted. Oh God, I'm scared. I gotta be so scared. I'm so scared. And if someone fucked with it, I'm gonna be so mad. I wanna be so mad. Sissel leaned over his box and fiddled with the edges before prying it open. Alright, time for... You instantly froze! Sissel gaped silently in shock at the sight of his box's contents. I knew it! You sons of bitches! You left it alone! You fucking idiot! What? Rumors spread throughout the ballroom as everyone caught sight of the broken pieces of what used to be a beautiful sculpture. All of Sissel's delicate hard work laid in ruins inside his plain cardboard box. I placed a hand on Sissel's shoulders and felt him shake uncontrollably. How did this happen? Sissel opened his mouth and then closed it, words escaping him. I don't know. The contestant behind us suddenly snickered. Is that it? A pile of cheap chocolate? I suppose it's not surprising. What did the judges really expect from Granny as resident hobo? I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I don't care. Oh shit, he's gonna kill him. There was a crash as Sissel kicked the table and stormed over the other contestant, dragging him up by the collar. You did this! The other contestant only smirked, unfazed. Did what? It's not my fault you're wholly incompetent. That's what street rats like you get when you try to invade a prestige event like this. I gulped and tried to beckon Sissel to take a step back, but was quickly shooken off. You cheating little son of a bitch! The contestant had the nerve to laugh. Oh, is that what you're accusing me of? Sabotage? Please, you can't prove a thing. Sissel bashed the other contestant so hard that he sent him barreling across the ballroom. Everyone else in the crowd gave a collective gasp of horror and fury. He's proving the stereotype. People thought he was reckless. Oh, God. The contestant spluttered furiously as he tried to pick himself off the ground. Well, you'll regret that, you piece of shit! I'll send you back to whatever filthy sewer you crawled out of! I'd like to see you fucking try! I grabbed Sissel's arms and pulled him back, hard. Sissel, come on! Calm down, you're just making things worse! Worse? I lost every chance I had of everything today because of this jackass! And you're telling me to calm down? I bit my lip as I tried to stand my ground. Sissel was unexpectedly terrifying, and when I was on the receiving end of his fury, what?
Sissel should kill that motherfucker.
Right?
He should fucking destroy him.
He spent days carving the Capitol building in painstaking detail out of white chocolate, and someone fucked with it in the 5 minutes that he left it alone.
Fucking, I'd murder somebody.
Yeah.
I would punch a bitch in the face and, like, crumple up their sculpture. And they'd be like, oh, you just ruined their sculpture. What are you doing? I'd be like, fuck that guy. No, send me to jail. I don't give a shit.
You have a practically broken knee, and you came all the way out here just to agree?
Yes, I'm angry.
So am I!
Stupid bitches leaving their sculpture alone.
I know, I knew it was going to happen as soon as they did it in the last episode. I know, but you'll lose even more if you just lash out like this. Oh, I'll make damn sure he loses every possible piece of his godforsaken life. The world would be better off without filthy shits like him. Sissel furiously stepped forward, but Ginny was faster. Her fist smashed into the contestant's nose with a satisfying crack.
Yay!
Ginny stood over the contestant, ignoring painful screams as the fountain of blood pouring from his nose as she turned toward Sissel. You all right there, sis? Sissel blinked and took a shaky breath as if coming out of a foggy daze. No, not really. Mrs. Corliss was already marching towards us with a look of fury and concern. Mr. Rokov was close behind, but looked much more livid. Sissel, Ginny, you two shouldn't have... Do you have any idea of how much trouble you're in right now? She was quickly cut off by Mr. Rokov, who was glancing at the crowd around them nervously. He urgently motioned for Ginny and Sissel to follow him. You two, in my office, right now! Sissel gulped and looked back at me with a guilty look before being wordlessly dragged off by the teachers. Ginny followed closely behind him with a reassuring nod and a firm hand on his shoulder. Her message was clear. If they were going down, they were going down together. My knees felt weak as I helplessly watched them disappear down the hall, leaving me alone in the ballroom. Fuck! Fucking fuck! Fuckity fucking fuck! It has almost been an hour since Ginny and Sissel were herded into the faculty office. I stood outside the door, pacing impatiently as the minutes slowly ticked by. They sure are taking their sweet time. Still haven't come out yet? I turned around to see Philip and Owen strolling towards me with worry painted on their faces. Geez, hope the teachers don't give them too much of a hard time. I'm more afraid that the other contestants will throw a lawsuit at them or something. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. We took care of it. Took care of it? What did you think we spent the last hour doing? How did you manage to convince him not to drop charges? Nothing a little Lorelei money and persuasion can't fix. Of course. And, Philip kind of had his thing, too. Philip shrugged with an innocent smile. I talked to him. Repeatedly. I think he finally sees the error of his ways. Anyway, anyway is almost as bad as whelp now. God damn it. Have you heard anything about Sissel and Ginny yet? I doubt the school will go easy on them. They just publicly assaulted a guest at a huge school event. That's what I'm afraid of. I sighed and pulled at my hair in frustration. The three of us suddenly jumped as the office door creaked open. Ginny and Sissel stumbled out, the two of them looking exhausted and worn. I immediately ran to them and pulled them into a reprieving hug. Are you two all right? You're not in too much trouble, are you? We're as all right as we're gonna get, at least. Sissel hung his head low. He didn't look so good. I've been suspended from Grania for a week. Gran defended us as best she could. To be honest, things could have been a lot worse. On the other hand, I've been asked never to come back on campus. Good thing I'm good at sneaking around. So Sissel just got suspended? That's not too bad. Except, effective immediately, Sissel is to take all of his belongings and move off campus within 3 hours. He's not allowed to come back until his suspension's ended. Sissel slouched down, his eyes fixed at his own feet with a face of defeat. I'll have to find someplace to stay until then, I guess. There was a heavy unspoken thought hanging in the air. Back to being homeless. Oh, there's no need to stress out. I can probably rent out a hotel room for a few days. I don't need your charity. Come on, Sissel, don't be like that. We can probably sneak you into Philip's or my room for a few days if you can't find a place. No, I'll be fine. I've freeloaded off you guys enough already. You're not freeloading, Sissel. We're offering to help. And I'm telling you, I don't need it. I'll be fine on my own. An uncomfortable silence hung in the air before Ginny rubbed her temples and sighed. Alrighty, on your own it is. At least let me help you pack up everything in your dorm. Think you can let us help you with that? I don't need. Can't say no to me, buddy. I'm your favorite teacher. Ginny clapped her hands sharply as she waltzed out the door. Now come on, show me where your dorm is. And John, you come along too. You're still my campus tour guide, aren't you? Weren't you asked to leave the campus? Ginny's laugh echoed down the hallway. They'll have to catch me first. Sissel sighed and reluctantly followed her outside. The rest of us stared at their retreating backs with shared concern. You think he's gonna be alright? Sissel doesn't look too good. Yeah, he's been kinda difficult, isn't he? I stayed silent for several moments, my chest still heavy with worry. My hands automatically slid towards my phone as I scrolled through my contacts list. I better make a call. A call? Who the fuck are you calling?
Ghostbusters!
Yeah. Packing up was unexpectedly quick. Turns out all of Sissel's belongings fit loosely into a single rugged backpack. Ow. Ginny and I stared at it solemnly as Sissel slung it over his shoulder in his now empty room. That's it? That's all you have? Sissel scowled, clearly self-conscious. I like to travel light. It's helpful since apparently I've never managed to stay in one place for long. Jenny chewed on her lip and tapped her feet, her eyes deep in thought. Where do you even plan to go now? You've got no other places to live. Why not just accept Owen's offer and stay with one of us? I just told you, didn't I? I can't keep freeloading off people like this. Sissel glared at his feet and sighed. I'm gonna go back to the lake cottage. What? That place is practically falling apart. You can't just live there for a week. Fucking watch me. John's got a point, you know. That cottage isn't exactly the nicest place on the planet. I've survived there for most of my life. I'll survive another week. I sighed and ran my hands through my hair. Sissel, you are just so damn stubborn. I've got a better idea for you. Oh, and what's that? My ear perked up at the sound of heavy footsteps approaching us through the hallway. Oh, good, he's here. Oh, here's Herschel. The door suddenly swung open to reveal the grinning face of Herschel. Yo, sis, I heard you needed a place to stay. What? Sissel shot me a furious glare. You told him, didn't you? Of course he did. I needed someone to keep an eye out for you. God knows you suck at asking for help. I don't need help. Sure you do. You need a roof over your head for some friend. And what the fuck? You need a fucking accents, man. You need a roof over your head and some friends to drag you out of your little moping fest. So why not stay with me? What? You've lived with me before and you can do it again. My doors are always open to you, sis. All you needed to do is speak up. Sissel growled and clawed at his own hair in frustration. You've helped me too much already. You picked me up off the street. You've hired me, paid me, trained me, and I've done nothing to even come close to pay you back. You didn't need to pay me back, sis. I do! Don't you see it yet? I am sick and tired of leeching off of everyone I ever meet just to survive. I'm tired of needing to beg for every little thing I need. If I can't do things on my own, then what good am I? Sissel panted heavily, his outburst emotionally draining him. With a slam, Sissel stormed out of the room, too tired to argue anymore. Ginny and I stared after him quietly while Herschel groaned and rubbed his eyes. Stubborn little shit, ain't he? Ginny sighed and shakes her head. I can see who he gets it from. She makes her way out of the door thoughtfully with a smile. It's getting late. Why don't you two get some sleep? But what about Sissel? No need to worry. I've got a plan. It's a horrible, horrible plan, but it'll work nonetheless. Just go get some sleep. No need to worry. Everything will be fine. You know, every time you young folks say not to worry, I get stressed out even more. I couldn't help but agree. What is Ginny up to?
She's gonna fuck him.
I doubt it. And we're at the end of the Sissel run. Wow! Did I just I have officially drained this game. I mean, not of every single fucking option, but that's what you fucking get the game for. It's free! Go to the Patreon link. Look, fucking Patreon. Boom. Hello, I'm Shirokoi, blah, blah, blah. Literally, the Patreon link is in the description, and people hear that and they're like, I don't want to pay for it, and they're like, there's a free download link. The whole thing about Patreon is that paying is optional. So I'm gonna fucking, boom, save it. And this episode's a little short, but I'm going to explain where we go from here in terms of that. This is the first game other than Amorous where I have gotten to where everything is updated in terms of all that. You know, I didn't go back and do all the possible things for Amorous. I'm not going to. For this game, I'm also not going to go back and do every single option. That's what you look at other Let's Players like Jake the Cosmic Fuck and Spencer and everyone else that plays this game. You know, that's what Let's Plays are for. It's personalized, it's specified. So, where we go from here is when an update comes out for this game, I will play it. In the meantime, I've got to find another game to play, don't I?
You gotta go Walmart, give me some ice cream.
That's what I'm going to do after I finish recording.
My knee,
yeah.
My knee eats ice cream, and it needs it.
What I'm thinking I'm going to do next...
Mario Party 5.
We're not...
Vote in the comments. He hates the game. That'll be
I
hilarious.
don't hate the game!
You hate it!
It's just overplayed in this house because it's the only Mario Party game that you will fucking play. I have Mario Party 2 on N64.
Yeah, it sucks. I've played it.
Fuck you!
Mario Party 5 for the win.
Jesus Christ.
FTW.
So the game replacing this one will be Major Minor, and the game replacing Morinatsu temporarily will be Blackgate. So those will be the new ones coming soon. I don't know when, but I mean.
And Mario Party 5.
Son of a bitch. I don't think there's anything else I need to say, so thank y'all very much for watching this episode all the way to the end for the announcements. And if you have any opinions on any of the games I mentioned, and of course, there's always more ones that get suggested here and there by like one or two people, and you know, I keep a running tally of the games that get suggested, but sometimes I miss them. So I'm always willing to take suggestions. I know Final Fantasy Mobius got suggested, and Hyperdimension Neptunia is in there. I'm going to be testing that to see if my computer will run it soon, so that might be an alternating series. I just don't want to play too many games all at once, and there's so many games to play. I'm looking forward to all of them, because I haven't played any of them. And that's a huge change, because for this channel for the longest time, it was only games I had played since I was a kid, and that's boring.
Launching into strange territory.
Yeah, well, as soon as I fucking started playing Amorous, and badly, I went back and watched the first few episodes of that series.
I like them.
Whew. It's bad. I mean, the quality is bad in and of itself because I was recording with the webcam.
Right.
It's just like, wow. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Repeat. When it gets updated again, we will return with whatever the fuck gets updated. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained up professional speaking for the voices in my head and the squeaky girlfriend, of course, because she's here.
Mario Party 5!
When I say until next time, fare thee well.